can't even figure out. Donald Trump was at the center of this conspiracy. And ultimately, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, spurred a mob of domestic enemies of the Constitution to march down the Capitol and subvert American democracy. Any legal jargon you hear about seditious conspiracy, obstruction of an official proceeding, conspiracy to defraud the United States boils down to this. January 6th was the culmination of an attempted coup, a brazen attempt, as one writer put it shortly after January 6th, to overthrow the government. The violence was no accident. It represents Senator Trump's last stand, most desperate chance to halt the transfer of power. Donald Trump was at the center of this conspiracy, and ultimately, Donald Trump, the President of the United States, spurred a mob of domestic enemies of the Constitution to march down the Capitol.
Amen. This is Elder G. Now, this is Bennie Thompson, right? This is a respected man that been voted into office over and over and over again. He's sitting there to represent his community. And he have a hearing where he's the chairman of the hearing. This was back on January 6, 2020. This hearing was in June. And our representative came to the American people and told the American people that President Trump tried to overthrow the government, and he had the people to riot and chart and try to hang Mike Pence and kill Nancy Pelosi. You knew all of this before November of 2024. You had 4 years for all the proof to come out that Donald Trump had assembled this mob and sent them down to the Capitol to overthrow the Constitution. And still, after seeing all this information, after God put everything in the front of their face, when God exposed all the lies, on November 5th, 2024, you went to the polls in the cold weather, some of you in snow, some of you in rain, to vote for a man that 4 years earlier had been impeached twice. A man that had been convicted of sexual assault. Since the riot now, the man that had been convicted of 34 felonies. A man, his company had been convicted, and his sons and his family had been convicted of fraud in the company. A man that sent people out to try to present fake electors. And you watched all of this. And you went out and you voted for the devil. I have no mercy on you. You are some of the most evilest. You are some of the most prejudiced. You are some of the most low down people on this planet. That you ask for facts, and when someone gives you facts, you say that facts is a lie. You are the lie. You are the wolf the 77 million people, you are the wolf in the sheep clothing. The 90 million people that stayed at home, you are the one that's straddling the fence. You are the one that Christ is going to spew out of his mouth. Because you didn't care one way or the other. Shame, shame, shame.